Hello, everyone, and welcome to Analytical Fanboys, the podcast where two dudes who are hoopy fruits talk about some stuff that they like and want out of each other to see. You know, I'm pretty sure people understand the plot of the show at this point. If you've been watching the episodes in order, I suppose if you're just coming in for this one, you might understand it. But hey, I'm Simeon Scott. I go by the Vacuuminator online, and I'm joined, of course, as always, by my co-host, the magnanimous Chris Boingo Gaston. How are you doing this evening, Chris?
I'm doing. I can't think of a joke related to what we're doing, so I'm doing.
Oh no, the whole episode is ruined. Your shtick is gone.
Well, I mean, what I'm doing? Ultimately, Destiny of Ultimate Destiny, like 8 legs, 7 vaginas.
Sure. Sure. That's in an episode of Analytical Fan. Well, actually, that was already in an episode of Analytical Fanboys because last time we found out that in this episode we're going to be talking about the album Mouth Sounds by Neil Cicierega, which was a Chris suggestion. So I'm going to go ahead and let Chris intro it.
Okay. Brief history of Neil Cicierega. He is an internet elder statesman. He's been doing shit around since like fucking early 2000s. He did a lot of collage flash videos that got kind of popular on Newgrounds. He did the Ultimate
Ultimate Showdown, Ultimate Destiny.
He did that. He did Potter Puppet Pals. He's Lemon Dragon. He does a lot of shit. And in 2014, he made a mashup album called Mouth Sounds. Yeah, that's it.
And it's very heavily influenced by the film Shrek, as is most of the internet.
I wouldn't say heavily influenced. I just say it's there.
Yeah.
It's there.
It's got that, like, and I'm not just talking about the use of Smash Mouth songs, and I guess we're talking about the album now. I mean, just like the general spirit of the kind of mashups he does feels like the same kind of feel Shrek was going for, at least the first 2 Shrek movies.
At the end of this, I'm probably going to be putting Mouth Silence onto the list, which is a prequel.
It's okay. I was planning to seek out the other 2 albums anyway, so if you want to do that, I would not object.
Right.
Which I guess basically, well, in a very loose sense, tells you what my opinion is going to be. I generally enjoyed this. This is one of the first things I did with my morning today. I listened to this today, and God, did it put me in a good mood. There were some tracks I wasn't a huge fan of, but
I have a feeling I know which ones you're going to be talking about in that regard.
Mm-hmm.
The biggest thing about this album that I'm glad you liked it in a general sense, even if you had some iffy problems, I'd say this, that the next 2 albums improve on the quality of what he did exponentially.
That's interesting, because one of the things I was most impressed with was the quality of some of the rips he got. Like, in the tracks where he uses the Full House theme, I was like, this sounds 10 times better than I ever remember it sounding when I watched Full House on TV.
Yeah. From research, it seems like the way he started this project was he realized that, oh, wait a second, all the songs on Rock Band have different independent tracks for all the different things. I could do something with this. And so he started doing something with it. But this is a mashup album, like many classic mashup album, like Danger Mouse's The Grey album. You take 2 songs and you put them together.
Or more songs. There's tracks where there's like 5 or 6 songs mashed together.
Yep. I just made a reference that I'm not sure you know. Do you know the Grey album by Danger Mouse?
I don't, but you're a music guy, so I kind of just go with what you say when it comes to this stuff.
The Gray album by Danger Mouse is a mashup album between the White album from the Beatles and the Black album by Jay-Z.
Oh, interesting.
And it's like a perennial classic. And I think the Mouth trilogy could go up as a classic in mashup history. It is that influential on the realm of mashuppery. So a lot of the songs are take two songs or take a couple concepts and put them together to make a new one. Or there's not a name for it, but it's like a chopped up mashup, which is the first song.
I wouldn't even say it needs a name. Like, just say he fucked with a song really hard and made a new song.
Yeah. The first track is Promenade Satellite Pictures at an exhibition.
And it's literally just playing with the pitch and like repeating the same two lines from Smash Mouth's All Star over and over again.
Yeah, it's
and
just
it works ridiculously
some.
good. Ridiculously well, I should say.
Yep. It's just manipulating all of it, and it immediately tells you what he's going to be doing.
Like, there's a lot of tracks on here that I feel like could have been the first track, but this is definitely the best choice out of them.
Yeah. It also just shows a really depth handling of the technology that it doesn't feel like there's no digitization in the pitch manipulation. It's very crisp. It's very clean. And that is a mashup between Smash Mouth's All-Star and Modest Murogowski's Promenade Pictures at an exhibition. The joke being, in Smash Mouth's All-Star, there's a line, Satellite Pictures, and he just put that into the classical compositions title.
I see. Yeah, I like this track. I didn't get what the backing or what the mashup besides All Star was supposed to be.
It's a classical piece.
Yeah, I just felt like, yeah, this sounds good.
The second track is Modest Mouth. Tell me, what did you feel about this track?
Again, I didn't recognize the backing track, but I loved this. I was kind of dancing in my chair to this. This was really fun.
These two songs that this is a mashup is Smash Mouth's All Star and Modest Mouse Float On, which I love the song Float On, but it's very hard to in your head sing Float On because immediately you just go like somebody wants, like you start thinking All Star now when after I've heard this. And it just really shows how there's a major theme with the Mouth trilogy that pop music is kind of all the same thing.
It's all interchangeable, but not in a necessarily bad way.
Yeah, like it's very interesting because he brings that thought and theory to extreme levels and basically goes like, yeah, music is music. It's just, look, I made a thing that shouldn't exist, but it does. But it also just, Modest Mouse Float On has a really nice backing track that fits really well with the SoCal relaxed nature of Smash Mouth.
Oh yeah, it's so good. Like, I could see this, aside from the additional lyrics, I could see this just being an alternate version of Smash, or an alternate version of All Star that Smash Mouth released.
Yeah. It's just very nice. I like it. And it's also like, it's kind of subtler in a way. It's a lot more subtle than the other tracks on this album.
Yeah, he's kind of easing you into what he's doing, and he's going like, here's a thing plus a thing.
Yeah, especially because other than Smash Mouth and the meme status of All Star, it's just like a mashup anybody can make. But then we get Dough. The third album on this track.
Sure.
The best way I describe, because he does a good number of these throughout the Mouth trilogy, is it's a collage mashup.
Yeah.
He just takes snippets from a lot of different things and makes a brand new song that's not necessarily dedicated to any one track, but they all kind of fit together. This one being a sample of Austin Powers saying "Yeah, baby," Homer Simpson saying "Doe," Fred Newman's "Doug" theme song, Dave Matthews Band's "Ants Marching," Sir Mix-a-Lot's "Baby Got Back," and Talking Heads' "Once in a Lifetime."
Yeah, and there's a lot in there I didn't catch. I got Doe, Yeah, Baby, and Baby Got Back. But the other stuff I didn't recognize. I'll admit this track kind of turned me off at the start. I was like, yeah, I don't know about this. But as soon as you get to the part where I like Butts and I Cannot Lie comes in, I was like, oh, this is fun. Okay, I get it.
Yeah. And that's the thing with his collage songs, he layers things, so it takes a second before you go like, oh, this is where he's going.
Yeah.
Which, it's fine. It's cool. Also, first song on the album doesn't have Smash Mouth on it.
Yeah, Smash Mouth is like you know what? We were talking about Doctor Who before the show this week. Smash Mouth is like All-Star in this album is like the thing in modern Doctor Who where they'll have like a random thing pop up in every episode that is hinting at what the finale is in a season.
Yeah, I can see that. It's a lot of foreshadowing.
Mm-hmm. Except it's much more. Would oblique be overt? That's the word I want.
It's less of a foreshadowing and just more like, hey, this is a thing I'm doing.
Yeah.
Listen. I don't know why I made Neil Cicierega sound like a dumb guy. He's 10 times smarter than that.
He looks like a sassy gay guy on the album, and that's kind of what I got.
He's very sassy. I'm not sure if he's gay. Don't think so. But yeah, that's a collage song. He adds a lot of his own instrumentation to it to kind of fill the holes with the keyboard and shit. But the next song is Vivid Memories Turn to Fantasies.
Yeah.
Which is less of a mashup and just more of a remix.
Yeah. But it's a really solid remix. I dug this track about as much as Doe. Except I immediately got what it was going for.
Yeah. It was basically taking Men in Black and changing the hook from the Men in Black hook that we know in the song to a random line in one of Will Smith's raps, Vivid Memories Turn to Fantasies.
Yeah.
And it's just like, that's really interesting trying to fuck with a hook like that.
Also, I love the constant reuse of Will Smith saying bees over and over again, because even though it's not referring to the animal bees, I kept thinking like, how has Linkara not used this with his alongside his bees my god gag ever?
Bees.
Yeah.
This is great. And that's the kind of weird thing that Neil does. He just finds one thing, goes like, huh, if I just do this, it sounds funny. All right, let's do it. But again, it's a remix. It's a nice, solid little remix. Yeah. Then the next song, track number 5, Bills Like Gene Spirit.
Okay, so I love the title to this song. I think it's one of the best puns or just like odd rephrasings of a thing I have ever seen. I don't actually like the song. I feel like the two things he's sampling clash too much.
And I think that's more of due to a lack of technique. I think it's very much if Neil were to remake this song right now, I feel like it would be 10 times better.
That's likely.
I have a feeling it was just more of like, I know these two things can go together, and he just was limited at what he knew at the time.
Yeah.
But the concept is good. It's solid.
I'd say it's interesting.
Because this song is a mashup between Nirvana's "Smells Like Teen Spirit" and Michael Jackson's "Billie Jean," which thematically kind of makes sense.
I guess so. There's a lot of Michael Jackson songs I need to go back and re-listen to because I haven't. There was a time when I was younger and didn't really understand the way songs worked, where I was a huge Michael Jackson fan. Like I was one of those people who got into him right after he died. But I haven't listened to a lot of Michael Jackson music in like the last 3 years, so Billie Jean is one of those songs where I feel like I should go back and re-listen to it because I didn't really feel like I understood it as a kid, and I feel like I'd probably be able to grasp whatever it is getting at now.
Yeah, well, Billie Jean's all about like this random woman coming up to Michael Jackson saying like, "I had a baby, it was yours," and like, "I've never met you," kind of thing. And "Smells Like Teen Spirit" is actually a phrase that Kurt Cobain ran into in his life, where basically, if I remember the story right, a girlfriend of Kurt's thought Kurt Cobain was cheating, or like a friend of Kurt's thought he was seeing someone, and someone wrote on his wall, "Kurt smells like Teen Spirit." Teen Spirit being a brand of female deodorant.
Huh.
So it was basically like Kurt sleeping with someone. But he liked the phrase "smells like Teen Spirit," so he kept it.
That's interesting.
And that's that's why I said they're kind of thematically similar. Kurt sleeping with someone, Billie Jean saying she has a baby with Michael Jackson. It's like there's a theme of the aftermath of sex.
That's extremely loose, and I would never have gotten it if you hadn't taken the time to explain it to me like that.
Yeah, it's weird music history bullshit.
Yeah.
And honestly, the best thing about it is like you don't really need to know that to, if you enjoy the song, to enjoy it.
Yeah.
That kind of thing. Next track, or?
Yeah, definitely next track, because guess what?
Smash Mouth's back.
For my favorite fucking track on the album.
Really?
I unapologetically love this. I was
really?
like, I listened to this and I was like, okay, this is a really good rip of the Full House theme. And I didn't realize how much I liked the Full House theme, or at least its backing track until now. And then Smash Mouth came in and I just lost it. Like, I was like, this works together so damn well, and I would never have thought of it. This man is a genius, and if I am ever like a super goofy babyface wrestler, I want this to be my entrance theme.
What?
That was my reaction. That was my reaction verbatim.
That's not how this works.
I know.
What? Okay. This song is Full Mouth. It is Jesse Frederick's theme to Full House, Everywhere You Look, and Smash Mouth's All Star mashed up together. Mostly it's the backing track for the Full House theme with All Star's lyrics on top. And with that sexy saxophone.
Mm-hmm. It just makes I think the sax itself just makes everything pop so much more.
I can see that.
Feels so much more light and fun, because like that's the thing about Smash Mouth is most of their songs are like these hardcore sort of cynical critiques of the world. Well, but they feel really light and fun. So this is like you took All Star and cranked it up to 11 for me.
it's just weird. Like, this is your favorite? Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, you must be frustrated at the next one then.
No, I like the next one just a little bit less, but I still really liked it.
But again, excellent technique. He slowed Smash Mouth down just enough to fit with the tempo, and it works really good.
Mm-hmm.
You can't even tell it was really manipulated at all.
Yeah.
But the next track is called Alanis, which basically continues the Full House theme, but changes the song that is overlaid on top.
Yeah. It's You Ought to Know by Alanis Morissette.
Alanis Morissette.
There you go. Yeah, I like this a lot. I've only ever heard, like, I remember that I have heard You Ought to Know before, but it must have been a long time ago because I was only like, yeah, that's right, that's a song. Not
Yeah.
like, oh yeah, it's this song. But again, still fits really well together and feels really fun, and like I feel like Full Mouth flows perfectly into this one. Also, I only just now realized that Full Mouth was a pun on Full House.
Yep. I thought you would dislike Alanis, mainly because the song Alanis, not Alanis Morissette, the person, mainly because he does the repeating of the syllable, that thing.
I didn't really catch that too much. It just felt fun to me. I was just caught up in the like, yeah, Full House backing track is still going, and these lyrics are being sung in a way that almost kind of matches the tone of the Full House theme better.
But it's just, I was mainly concerned about that annoying you, mainly because it's a very noise rocky kind of aggravating thing that I can accept because I'm used to that shit, but like I didn't know how you'd react to it.
Dude, I like 80s hair metal, which like and power metal where people like scream into the microphone at certain points where the guitar is going crazy.
No. I need to show you some fucking noise rock, don't I?
Maybe, but not on this show because I don't want to have a fit over something.
But so Alanis Morissette over top everywhere you look, and then the end of the song happens, which happens like midway through the song.
Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot about this. I think it was just Neil Cicierega going like, I want a supercut of all the production company jingles I remember from my childhood. I'll put it here.
Because the Full House theme ends on a jingle kind of thing for that.
Yeah.
So the jingles in order are Laura Merrill Telepictures jingle, Warner Brothers television jingle, Columbia Pictures television jingle, Castle Rock Entertainment television jingle, Buena Vista jingle, Touchstone television jingle, Gracie Films jingle, 20th Century Fox television jingle, and Glass Keys Cuspo 1991 jingle.
I recognized all of them as like I've heard that before and quite a few times, but some of those names I don't recognize.
Klasky Cuspo did Rugrats.
Okay.
And Real Monsters, Hey Ginger, those kind of things.
Wait,
Touchstone.
Real Monsters?
Yeah.
That's a show I haven't thought about since I was 8 fucking years old.
Fuck, it's a good show.
Yeah.
Buena Vista and Touchstone are both Disney, so bunch of things. The next two songs, did you get a chance to listen to them? Because they are not on YouTube.
I had to do some Google Foo, but I did.
All right. Just making sure. So the next song is Imagine All-Star People.
It's probably the most okay track on the album.
Yeah, I think this is very much the track that shows the biggest limitations of his technique at the time.
Mm-hmm.
Because this track is John Lennon's Imagine, but with Smash Mouth All-Star lyrics imposed on top.
And that's it. That's literally it.
Yeah, but because Imagine is such a slow song, he had to stretch and manipulate Smash Mouth that it becomes. What's the best way to describe it? Very, very noticeably manipulated.
Yeah. Um, and I mean, at the start, it does seem like an interesting way of doing kind of the opposite of what Full Mouth does, and like taking All Star and making the fact that it's kind of a bleak social criticism more overt. But then when the distortion starts getting really bad, it's just kind of like it loses me.
Yeah, it's any other time manipulation you used beforehand was subtle enough that you knew it was there, but it wasn't like, yeah, this was manipulated digitally. This feels manipulated digitally.
Mm-hmm.
Which, you know what? There's a charm to that, but I can understand why it's just like, eh.
Yeah.
I do just like the juxtaposition between the two songs. It's a nice, like, oh, Imagine, a beautiful song. Oh, wait, All Star? You mean the meme?
Mm.
And the next song, you do know the reason why you couldn't listen to these on YouTube, right?
I'm assuming copyright claim.
It's the Beatles.
Oh yeah, that's right. The Beatles, or rather their estate, are a bunch of fucky assholes when it comes to online distribution.
Yeah, but the next song, track number 9, is "I'ma Let It Be," which is
It's okay, but not in the same way Imagine All Star People was. It's like, yeah, this works. It doesn't work exceptionally, but it works.
yeah. I think that's the biggest thing with it. It's a neat idea. There's a through line there, but I think once you get the through line, you're just waiting for it to end.
Yeah.
You hear Paul McCartney's go "Let It Be," and then you hear Black Eyed Peas going "I'm a Bee," and you go like, "Oh, that's a good joke," and then the song continues.
Yeah.
Also, I don't like how he kept the vocal tracks for "I'm a Bee" while Paul McCartney's also singing.
Yeah, I always get like slightly annoyed when lyrics overlap on this. It always feels like that's too much. Wind it back just a hair.
It's not the worst, but it ain't the best.
Mm-hmm.
But the next song, Daft Mouth, is tops.
Yeah, it's pretty fun.
I just really like it. A, because it's a different Smash Mouth song.
Yeah, it's everybody's other favorite Smash Mouth song. And that's not to disparage it. Walking on the Sun is like probably in my top 20 favorite songs.
And it is overlaid Daft Punk's Harder, Better, Faster, Stronger.
Mm-hmm.
Which is just a bang solid fucking instrumental track. I fucking love Daft Punk.
Yeah.
Those French robot boys.
Yeah. I'm not always head over heels for Daft Punk, but when they are good, they are extremely good.
Yeah. And it's just like, I think this was just less of a, I'm gonna tell a joke and just more, yeah, this sounds good.
Yeah.
Let's just do this.
And I think I gravitate towards the tracks that are more so doing that than anything else.
Yeah. I gravitate the ones that are sounding good, but are extremely, have extreme juxtaposition.
Yeah.
Like, I like the like, it's in a later album, but like, remember like how Inception sounded? The soundtrack to Inception?
I haven't seen Inception.
Okay, let's go for a different example. Do you remember the piano poppy song that goes do 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 do?
I
Remember that?
vaguely recognize that. Wait, is that?
Needless to say,
Oh, okay, that's not the song I was thinking of.
I think that's it. But it's a piano-y poppy song. Overlaid on top of it is Back in Black by AC/DC.
What the fuck?
But it works, and that's what I like.
You'll have to send me that.
Oh yeah, I think it's on Mouth Moods, but by the time we get to Mouth Moods, you
Oh,
probably
okay.
won't
I didn't
remember it.
know. I didn't know that was another Neil Cicierega thing.
Yeah. It's Neil Cicierega. It sounds like whenever you say his name, it sounds like you're doing that radio DJ thing where you're repeating a syllable to make it emphasis, but it's just his name.
See, my head just went to. I guess this isn't a. Excuse me. I guess this isn't a Max Headroom thing, but that's where my head went. It's more so I'm thinking of like, in Back to the Future 2 when he goes in the 80s cafe and there's those floating screen waiters that are obviously mimicking Max Headroom. And like
Yep.
one of them is like screwing up and he goes, we have, oh, it's Michael Jackson. He goes, we have, that comes with eggs, sausage, and your choice of pork, beans, or beef. That's where my head went.
Yeah. But solid mashup.
Yeah.
But then we have track 11, Like Tears in Chocolate Rain. So what'd you think of this one?
It's definitely a thing.
Did you know about the lyrics to Chocolate Rain before this?
I didn't know what Chocolate Rain was before this.
Oh my god, you don't know fucking Chocolate Rain?
No.
It's a fucking classic meme.
Okay.
Like old 2007, 2008 meme.
Wait. Is the joke in My Little Pony about Chocolate Rain cribbing off of that?
Do what?
There's a long story short, I used to be a brony. There's a scene in, I believe it's the season 2 finale of Friendship is Magic, where they're talking about like some shit this Chaos God villain is gonna do. Oh, and like one of the things they bring up is Chocolate Rain, and one of the characters who's like basically their Deadpool, goes, "Wait, Chocolate Rain? Maybe we should let this guy win."
Hold on. I might as well just send you the OG video. The OG meme.
Okay.
Like, this guy's I'm pretty sure he's still making YouTube shit. He's still doing stuff on the internet. This is a silence in the podcast.
Yeah. I can fill time by saying, I was surprised to hear the Blade Runner speech in this. And I've not seen Blade Runner. I just knew it was that speech because every single like Blade Runner video puts that speech in there somewhere. And I'm like, well, that sure is a thing. I bet that would be a lot more profound in context, because it just kind of, out of context, it just kind of sounds like a dude who's grumpy.
Well, in context, he's still kind of a dude who's grumpy.
Fair enough.
This is the original Chocolate Rain.
Okay, I'm gonna watch this.
Okay,
right now.
He's watching it real quick. He is going back to what year is this? 2007. Oh man.
Dude's got a good voice.
Yeah, but like that was a meme back in the day.
How was that a meme? It just seems like a song. What makes it a meme?
The way he breathes away from the mic. People found that funny.
Okay, that's
And also, it's a young dude who looks very boyish, having a very deep, manly voice, and people are like, "Oh shit, that's impressive."
I guess being more in the internet when I was younger, and also not being exposed to this video, I'm just kind of more accustomed to like, yeah, weird shit like that can happen.
But it has 119 million fucking views. Good lord.
That's more views than you and I will sit. Well, I'm not going to say in our lifetimes, but anytime soon. So the album.
Yeah. But basically, Tears Like Chocolate Rain takes the Tears and Rain monologue backing music score and puts Tazon Day's Chocolate Rain over top of it to really emphasize the fact that Chocolate Rain is about racial inequality in America.
Oh. I literally never would have gotten that unless you said that to me. Again, this is why I'm not the music guy. I just go, it's this goofy internet song about chocolate rain, whatever that is. I guess literal chocolate rain, like chocolate raining in the sky. Okay.
Oh god, I fucking love how it took you like a good second to register what I said.
Dude, I'm a dumbass normie when it comes to music. I'll admit it.
Well, slowly and surely, I'm just gonna fuck up your music. Like here's the lyrics: chocolate rain, some stay dry while others feel the pain. A baby born will die before the sin. The school books say it can't be here again. The prisons make you wonder where it went. Build a tent and say the world is dry. Zoom the camera out and see the lie.
It's a little vague and overly poetic, but okay, I guess I can see it now.
Yeah. But that's that. Jesus Christ, what the am I Porky fucking Pig?
I don't know, but that's not all, folks. We've got quite a few more tracks left.
The next song is No Credit Card.
Love this track. Love it, love it, love it.
Well, it's another one of those like remix tracks where he tries to change the hook of a song.
Uh-huh.
Like shit, I can't remember. It's such a fucking weird ass phrase. Vivid memories turn to fantasies. It's very much like that, but it's No Credit Card, where he takes Huey Lewis in the News, The Power of Love, and instead of making The Power of Love the hook, he changes it to No Credit Card.
Yeah, which I always thought of as like a secondary hook anyways, so it works perfectly fine. And also I love this song, not just because of Back to the Future. I feel like it's a really fun love anthem.
Oh yeah, Huey Lewis is great.
Mm-hmm. Also, I don't know if you ever noticed, but if you look at the album cover, he doesn't, under the featuring, he doesn't credit Huey Lewis in the News. He credits Huey Lewis and his news, which I thought was hilarious.
Yeah. But also I love how in the track, it starts with the Power of Love hook to get you thinking about it, and then he just goes like, nah, fuck you.
It's a good bait and switch.
Yeah. But it's just like, it's a very interesting way to like think about a song. It's just like, this is a thing that could be a hook in any other song, but it's not a hook here. I'm gonna make it a hook.
Yeah.
And then, you got anything more to say about it? It's just another remix.
Not really.
But then we have Bega Interlude,
which I just straight up didn't get because I don't know. Is this Lou Bega?
Yes.
I don't know shit about Lou Bega. I just know that he is a guy who makes music.
Yeah, it's just meant to be like an intermission-y kind of thing. But it's Lou Bega, so it's funny. Because he did Mambo No. 5.
I'm sure I've heard Mambo Number 5, but
I think
don't
it's
recognize
the song that's a little bit of Monica in my life.
Oh yeah, I've definitely heard that then.
Yeah, a little bit of. That's what it is. A little bit of. Yeah, that song. But it's just a short little interlude to get us to the last stretch of the album, which begins with Melt Everyone.
I think I need to re-listen to this one real quick. I'm just gonna put it on. Hang on.
Yep. I've been doing that too, just to like get the tone and stuff.
Oh yeah, this is pretty solid.
Yeah, he really fucking bit crushes the lyrics, but here it's on purpose.
Mm-hmm. I'm not a huge fan of it, just that sound, but like I get what he's trying to do here.
Yeah. And it just really turns into like there's a simple beat behind it that he adds. This is a very like, I don't know how to describe it. Feels more like he's making his own song and just using the mashup as samples in it, not as the song itself. You get my drift?
Yeah, I think so.
He made his own song and just put these samples on top. Which, no, that's fine.
Yeah. So track 15?
Yep, track 15, which is The Sharpest Tool.
Love this.
Are you listening to?
It's taking the song and making it into a hard club beat. And I'm like, yeah, of course.
If I may interject with my music shit.
Okay.
When I hear the song, it's less of a club beat and more, let's turn Smash Mouth into 9 Inch Nails.
Kinda, yeah, but I don't know Nine Inch Nails all that well. Like, the only song of theirs I could really call from memory is "The Mark Has Been Made," and that doesn't sound anything like this. I hear this and I just start picturing like a club with a big crowd of people dancing and like strobe lights.
See, the reason I say 9 Inch Nails is the name of the song also reminds me of a 9 Inch Nails song. The Sharpest Tool is the name of this track, and they have a song called "The Perfect Drug," which it just the syllables just remind me of it. Perfect. So it's not an exact match tonally, but here's that song, so you can kind of get why I think it's more just straight up manipulating Smash Mouth into 9 Inch Nails.
Okay. Oh yeah, that's pretty much the same sound.
Yeah, he just did it with Smash Mouth.
Which is cool.
Yeah. It really just shows the manipulation of music in a brilliant way.
Yeah.
But that's about it with the song. The music video for it's 10 times better. You didn't know there was a music video for it, did you?
No, but I'm gonna have to look for that now.
Hold on, let me. I already know where it is, so. More silence in the podcast.
Yeah.
All right. Boop, boop. I got the googly shit. There it is. Doop. The music video for it is just mouth.
Huh. I'll look at that after the podcast.
But that's about it for
Yeah.
that song. The next track is Mullet with Butterfly Wings.
I kind of love this. Like, I'm not a Smashing Pumpkins guy, but I'm not a Loverboy fan, but I do love Working for the Weekend. So as soon as those lyrics came in, I was like, oh, this is, yeah, okay. Whereas before I was just like, I don't understand how this is different from the original song because I've probably not heard the original song.
Yeah, I'm kind of a Smashing Pumpkins fan. I need to listen to more.
They're one of those they're like REM for me, where this probably might be insulting to you, but like I hear the name get brought up every once in a great while as like, yeah, that band's really solid. They're from the night. They're one of those rare, really solid '90s bands, and I'm like, okay, I'll listen to them at some point.
Yeah, REM started in the late '80s. But a lot of their hits came in the '90s, like "End of the World."
Yeah, that's the one REM song. That's the one REM song everyone knows. But yeah, that's the one
"Losing My
REM song.
Religion." Losing my religion.
I've heard that title before, and I've seen the song referenced before. I've just not actually gone and looked at the song itself.
Fun fact: that music video was directed by Alton Brown, the guy from the Food Network.
Huh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hold on, I gotta check. Did I put Good Eats on this fucking list?
I'm pretty sure you did.
I'm pretty sure I did too. I'm looking.
I just control F the word good. It's not on there.
Well, guess what's going on there?
Hey!
Good Eats.
That's a little bit of shop talk for you guys.
Latest season? Yeah, latest season. Doot. Stupid. Ship. Boopy. There we go. How would you like it if, like, when you did the roulette, it immediately just went to that?
I might punch a puppy.
Oh man. But back
I
to
like Good Eats, but
have
goddamn,
you seen the show Good Eats?
Yeah, that was
That's
like
Alton Brown.
I know.
Yeah.
I haven't watched a lot of the recent reincarnation of it, but the old show is like something I watched a lot as a kid.
It's a good show.
It is a good show.
It's on Hulu.
Yeah, this is a good album too, by the way.
There's nobody
I'm gonna keep this show on track no matter what. Damn it!
Nobody fucking listens to
steering the
this.
ship here. So tell us about the next track.
Mullet, no. Mullet with Butterfly Wings. I have thoughts to say.
Oh, okay.
I like how he basically made two songs and made it one song.
Yeah,
because the first
long-ass song, but he did it.
Because the first half of the song is Bullet with Butterfly Wings lyrics over top Working for the Weekend. And the second half is the lyrics to Working for the Weekend over top's Bullet for Butterfly Wings track. So basically he just went, I like both of these. They're both the same song. Okay, that was all I had to say.
Yeah, I can kind of see that.
So the last and final song on this album is called Smooth Flow.
And I liked it, but I don't understand it. I need you to explain this to me.
There was an artist called they're still around, I think. Yeah, they're still working. I think. Yeah, they're still working. Called Enya. She was an Irish new age musician who got popular in the 90s for like her slow meditative folky songs and world songs. And that's the track you don't recognize in this.
Oh.
Because you've heard Smooth. Haven't you?
I don't think I have.
Okay, it's the one that's the plucky strings, not the guitar.
Okay.
But her music's been very meditative, very tranquil, that kind of shit.
Yeah. It felt like relaxed montage music. Like it feels like the kind of music a YouTuber, like a how-to YouTuber, would put over a time lapse. If that makes sense.
No, I get that feel. I get that feel, bro. Bro, that feel? I got it.
Bro.
All right, fucking Matt Riddle.
God. Oh, this is gonna be a thing. I can just tell. This is gonna be our Beyond Thunderdome, isn't it?
What?
Who can call each other Matt Riddle because they said bro the most times?
I don't know about that, bro.
Okay, Matt Riddle. And I'm in the lead.
Motherfucker, I did it once before we fucking recorded the fucking podcast. Fuck you. How many fucks did I just say?
Oh no, we're tied then, because I did it before the podcast as well.
We just fucking... Yeah, right, because you call me Matt Riddle because it does a SoCal accent.
Yeah. But is it just calling each other Matt Riddle, or is it calling each other Matt Riddle because we said bro?
I think to truly count as a Matt Riddle call, we're fucking making a game now.
Yeah. That's literally what we're making, a running gag for Analytical Fanboys on Analytical Fanboys.
No, that's a drinking game. Whenever we call someone a Matt Riddle, you have to finish your drink.
I'm really hoping people listening to this know who the fuck Matt Riddle is and aren't just like, what the hell are they talking about? I came to listen to guys talk about this album I like.
Yeah, we're not gonna explain who Matt Riddle is.
Yeah, Google exists.
Yeah, you have to say bro at least twice in the span of 3 sentences.
Yeah,
and then someone can call Matt Riddle.
Okay, I like that. That works.
That works. That's the rule. You can substitute one bro for 2 dudes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay, so getting back to this, I'm sorry, I just thought of a thing to say about it. I love how it and subsequently the album ends with the all-star whistling rolling out, but being like more echoey and almost a little bit somber. It feels like walking through a dark corridor out a door that's completely opaquely bright white light, or like kind of like a driving off into the sunset kind of thing. It has like both those flavors to it.
You just painted a poetry picture, my dude.
Yeah, of like, we're leaving now, this is the end, and let me remind you of the thing I was doing here, but we might be back. But for now, we're happy and we're done because we've done our thing.
Yeah. This whole album is the whole Mouth trilogy as it stands right now, because I hope it turns into a quadrilogy. I hope he makes another album.
Is it recent enough that it could?
The last Mouth album came out like last year.
Oh, okay. I didn't know. I didn't look at dates or anything. I just listened to the album this time. I was a bit lazy.
2014 Mouth Sounds came out. 2016 Mouth Silence came out. And 2 years later, Mouth Moods came out.
Huh.
I'm pretty sure. But there's actually a storyline in these albums.
What the fuck?
Yes, I am being completely serious. Because it may not be anytime soon we get to the next album, I'm just going to kind of briefly explain it.
All right.
Mouth Sounds takes place in our universe. You know I'm going weird places because I start out with this album takes place in our universe.
No, I know you're going weird places because it's you explaining a thing. No, I'm just being an ass.
Yeah. But like Mouth Silence takes place in a universe where Smash Mouth doesn't exist.
What?
And it takes place before, in that universe, Smash Mouth comes into existence.
So is the story about Neil Cicierega giving humanity the gift that is Smash Mouth?
I have no fucking idea. That's all anybody's been able to figure the fuck out. But
well,
like,
I mean, if it is, I'm not opposed to that because Neil Cicierega seems like a genius man, and I hold Smash Mouth in very high regard.
but like, in that universe, instead of Smash Mouth, he used Semi Charm Kind of Life by Third Eye Blind.
Wow.
So it's basically like, this is what the album would sound like without Smash Mouth.
Hmm.
And it's just like, it's a weird, otherworldly nature to the album, and it's funny and it's odd. And then Mouth Moods is a thing, and it's like transcendent and godlike. Like I remember that album dropped, and I was listening to it, headphones and everything, and like every time a new song came on, I was just going like, "Oh my fucking god, oh my god!" I was like having a come to God moment.
So you were having like every track on that album is like the equivalent of the one perfect track on every Weird Al album.
Yeah,
Because that's like we haven't ever talked. Well, we did UHF, but we haven't talked about Weird Al's music specifically on here. That's kind of how I feel about Weird Al. Is like every song he ever makes is good, but each album he has one god tier track that makes you sit there for a moment and go, "Oh my god, he did it! He really did it again! He became the best guy again!"
he did it. He the comedy man.
Yeah.
Neil Cicierega is fucking dope. Like the best way, like Weird Al's an old school musician in terms of comedy. Neil Cicierega is a fucking robot. He's in the future.
Oh my god. You know how in the UHF episode we talked about how there's Heisei and Showa Weird Al?
Yeah.
Neil Cicierega is Neo Heisei Weird Al.
My dude.
Okay, Matt Riddle.
I only use one.
Lead!
Dude, you didn't follow the rules.
What?
Two bros, and you can substitute one bro for a dude. I only use one dude.
Damn it, you're right. Okay, we're still tied. I'm gonna actually get heated about this.
Oh man. Oh my man.
Yeah,
man.
I think it's pretty clear we both really like this. Do you have anything else to say?
Neil Cicierega is a fucking internet god.
Yeah.
All right.
He's like the unsummed internet god. He's like in the pantheon of gods. He's one of those ones who did a lot of shit, but nobody actually worships, or at least not overtly enough. Like, he's like a Hermes.
The way I'd see it is like, you think of the pantheon of internet legends and gods. You got Casey Neistat. He's up there. In some regards, the Vlogbrothers. John Conte, the guy who created Patreon and Pomplamoose. He's up there. He's important. He's big.
Yeah. Aaron Hansen.
Aaron Hansen, in a general sense, yeah. Because of both Ego Raptor and Game Grumps.
Mm-hmm.
I'd also say Filthy Frank. Filthy Frank can go up there.
Somebody's gonna yell at me for this. Probably you. I know Filthy Frank is a funny man, and that's all I know about Filthy Frank.
I don't like Filthy Frank.
Okay.
I just respect him. That's the best way to put it.
Fair enough.
I respect what he's done. I respect what he's done with the craft of interneting. You know.
You know who's probably the Hades of this pantheon?
Fine Brothers.
Well, they're a close runner-up, but I was gonna say the Amazing Atheist.
No. Better one. PewDiePie.
No, PewDiePie's actually okay.
Not when he says some dumb shit.
He does, but I feel like he always speaks from the heart, and he's somewhat willing to admit when he's wrong.
No. You know who's Hades?
Who?
The Paul brothers. Jake and Logan Paul.
Oh, yeah. They're more like very recent hell spawns. They're like... they're kind of like the... well... It doesn't work because they weren't directly created by the Amazing Atheist, but they're kind of like the Donald Trump and Hillary Clinton to the Amazing Atheists, the devil. I look forward to your fan mail.
Lordy.
You can send it to boingowriter@gmail.com.
Thank God that's not my fucking email.
I know. Actually, you know what? Be sure to send it to Bill Forsyth, care of Georgia Technical College. That's where you can send my hate mail. Don't worry, he sorts it all and passes it along to me in alphabetical order. He's a big help, really.
Oh God.
He's not going to listen to this podcast. Don't worry, that's not his email address.
Oh no. Send it on Reddit to u/Fakehuminator.
Fuck you. And while you're at it, tell me about some fucked up fruit facts.
Tomatoes are the most popular fruit in the world.
Yeah, I could see that.
Yeah.
I would think it would either be them or bananas. Maybe apples. But I hear apples being like a staple is mostly an American and English thing.
You want another fact? Because that was very simple and bare bones.
Yeah, let's do another. Why not?
Potatoes were the first vegetable to be grown in space.
Cool.
Yeah.
All right.
We didn't
Well,
get any more questions because there's no more people on our subreddit.
Yeah, we're gonna skip the Q&A this week, though. I am thinking of. We're gonna do more talk and shop right now. I'm thinking from now on we're just gonna have episode-specific Q&A threads, and like once the episode is recorded or out, I'll delete that post.
Don't delete it, archive it, so people can see it happened.
You'll have to show me how to do that, but
just leave it alone, and people will know. Oh wait, this is like 20 days old. Don't.
Okay, I thought there was literally like a button called archiving it that shuts off new engagement or something.
There is, and I don't remember where it is. So there is that button too. So.
Okay, well maybe I'll do that. But like I said, no Q&A this week because no new questions. But we'll go ahead and select what our next topic is going to be once I get it loaded up here real quick. Let me just refresh this. No, don't do that. God damn it. The random name picker is screwing up on me right now.
It wants to be called George.
Fair enough. All right, here we go. The next episode will be Talking Head Remain in Light, which is a suggestion by you.
It's another album.
God, what is this? 3 in a row?
Mate? No, it's 3 in a row for me. Yeah, because Animal Man. Hold on.
Yeah. Okay, I forgot Animal Man was the last. I was thinking of what the.
Okay, so King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard.
Yeah.
Then Animal Man. Now this, and now Talking Heads. Remain in Light. Oh my god.
So you're on a roll. You've got 4 in a row. I think that's probably the record right now.
The universe loves me and wants you to get better taste. Because right now it's kind of shit.
I mean, that's fair. I'd like a slightly better taste.
So Talking Heads, they were a very prominent, influential, and important new wave band of the 80s.
Huh.
Remain in Light is probably, I'd say, not their breakout, but more like their, I don't want to even say peak, just like a very popular album of theirs and considered like one of their best.
Cool.
You may have heard the song Burning Down the House. Burning Down the House.
Oh, yeah. I actually know
band.
it as a remix that was on the soundtrack for Transformers Revenge of the Fallen, because I had that album as a kid.
What were you?
A sad, strange little man.
Like, Jesus Christ.
I know.
Like, half the time I can just say a thing and you go like, what's that? And I go like, the fuck?
I don't deny that I'm an abnormality. I want a shirt that says that now.
I'm sure you can find one.
Yeah, there's probably somebody on Tumblr with a Redbubble that has it.
There's probably someone somewhere who'd sell you shit.
Yeah, that's right. Well, anyways, yeah, I think that's gonna do it for this episode. So,
this weird
Chris,
goddamn fucking episode.
I'm sorry?
This weird goddamn fucking episode.
Yeah, we've been a bit all over the place, but hey, that's kind of on brand because this album is a little all over the place. I'm reaching.
Up your ass?
No, more like up to a branch I can't quite get to.
Well, hang in there.
Yeah, and while I'm doing that, Chris, why don't you tell people where they can find your stuff on the internet and what you do?
I do videos. I do video essay, editorial bullshit. I'm one of those motherfuckers. You can find me on YouTube at Boingo Writer. Have a couple of videos out. You can find me on Twitter at Boingo_writer. You can find me on Discord. Link to my server is in the description. I'm there. Vac's there sometimes. I finally got my first non-person I know in there. So that's cool.
Yeah, we got some fresh meat for the grinder. I'm excited.
He hasn't posted one. They haven't posted once since they first did, but whatever.
They're probably lurking, trying to get a feel for things right now. That's what I usually do when I enter a YouTuber server.
What else? I have a podcast. You're listening to it right now.
Yeah.
I don't know. I found that funny.
I mean, I'm not, but they are.
No, you're listening to it. You're only listening to half of it. You're listening to my half of it.
I'm kind of listening to my own voice, too.
Yeah, but you're putting that voice out. So thus, you aren't listening to it. You're performing it. So
okay,
if we are
Grant Morrison.
So if we are only... Is that the other half of the drinking game?
No, we're not doing Grant. We're not doing Grant Morrison too.
That's only when I start getting weird and metaphysical that you just go like, no, fuck off, Grant Morrison.
Yeah, Yeah, because I feel like
That's
I would just implicably win if we did that as a game, because you tend to get that way more often than I do.
Well,
At least
motherfucker,
when
I
we're
just want to see
talking.
the world in a more complex and deep way.
Okay, Grant Morrison.
Motherfucker. All right, fucking Alan Moore.
Oh.
Man who hates everything.
I do not hate everything. I'm not a badly drawn YouTube avatar that makes the same video over and over again.
So which person are you insulting with that? I can't tell.
I hate everything. There's a channel literally called I Hate Everything.
I was more making a general reference to the fact that there's a lot of cynical YouTubers. And they're all very similar.
See, this is why you're the clever one.
Yeah.
And I'm Simeon Scott. I make various forms of media for the internet, and I would like for that to be my career, but it's not presently. I primarily focus on videos, with my main thing right now being the Vacuuminator Saga, the story of a fictional YouTube guy character I have who makes videos about tokusatsu and occasionally other things he likes.
Like bananas.
Not yet, but that might happen. Been on a bit of a impromptu hiatus lately, but I am working on getting back to the saga and finishing up this present arc I'm on. I want to do that fairly soon. I've also got a bunch of old Vacuuminator videos from before that was definitively a character I was doing that are being re-uploaded on my personal channel, which is just called Simeon Scott. And hey, if you'll like me, think I'm an interesting person, you can keep up with me by following me on Instagram and Twitter. It's at the Vacuuminator on both places, because hey, I'm kayfabe and shoot. It's the same thing. Mixing it together is, I don't want to have two different social media accounts on every website.
So many things. Many things.
And you know what there are more things for? Modular Media, which is the group Analytical Fanboys is produced under. Of course, we're on the Modular Media channel. So if you're enjoying the podcast, I would encourage you to go ahead and subscribe so you can get every episode as it comes out. You can follow Modular Media on Twitter at the Modular Media for regular updates on not only this podcast, but any other videos that are produced under the what are we calling it again? Like a network or a coalition or something?
Yeah, I like coalition. Coalition sounds cool.
Okay.
Sounds very red.
Yeah. You can subscribe to our subreddit, which is r/modular media, I believe. We kind of try to keep all of the content posted there. We kind of try and get everything on there. And we also do some random jokey joke fart around Reddit stuff on there as well. And hey, if you don't have YouTube Premium, but you want to listen to our podcasts on the go, there's a link in the description for a Google Drive folder where you can download MP3s of every episode of every podcast we put out. At least I'm pretty sure. You did put MMWP in there, right?
Shit.
Don't worry, we'll get it later. Yeah, that's pretty much it. So we'll see you next time on Analytical Fanboys, where Chris and I will be discussing Remain in Light by the Talking Heads. And until next time, I want to tell you about that time when somebody told me that the world was going to roll me and that I wasn't the sharpest tool in the shed.
Well, you can ask yourself, what is this beautiful life? You can ask yourself, what is this beautiful car?
Indeed, I can.